Good evening, everyone. And we are in France. Bonjour, sacre bleu. So, where we are, I now just need to find a message from Jamie of the tables, and we'll talk through that whilst everyone gets their setups locked in and we get ready to go. So, Jay Hobson still leads the championship, and he's got an 81-point lead over Mark in second in the Mercedes, with his teammate Anubis actually in the other Mercedes, only 2 points behind, with DJ Twigs sandwiched in the Mercedes sandwich in P3 with 59 points. It's quite close actually. Jay Hobson's running away with it, but the rest of the field are quite close together. Gogeta, Destructive J, Marty, Brashman, all only separated by 20 points. That's including Ratsy as well in the AlphaTauri. Porfas, Ricky Granger, Russ, Moona, all battling away in the middle of the field. Only 3 points separating them five. With Spanner, Sargent, You're Reckoning, Brazen, J Park and Gaz all fighting towards the back of the grid to get some points in. The AlphaTauri team do lead the Constructors' Championship as it stands. They're on 166 points. And if my maths is correct, they are 48 points clear of the Mercedes in P2. Then we have the best of the rest battle going on between the Ferrari, Alpine and Alfa Romeo, all split by just 4 points. Red Bull Honda trying to get in on that party. They are further 15 points back, with the Aston Martins joining them. The McLaren, Haas and Williams, they all occupy the bottom of the field with 28, 16 and 12 points respectively. So then it's... I hate this track before we all get into it. I really do. I hate driving this track. So let's have it set up. That data, track map. So it's going to be one of the Haas guys then going around the track first. And that is Sargent, followed by his teammate Jay Parkin just behind him on track. So the Haas guys and right the garage and getting their laps in as quickly as they can. This track has a lot of runoff areas, so I'm hoping we don't get as many safety cars tonight as we usually do, but you never know. You should have a lot of room to fight, but I reckon we're going to get a few track limit violations tonight. Touch and go in some of these corners. You literally have to put 2 wheels across and you will get a track limit violation, so just be careful on that. Corners to watch out for: turn 2, if you put the power down too early you may lose your rear end. Section before the DRS section as well, you could see people losing the rear end there as well. There's going to be battles down that main DRS straight in sector 2. Try and keep it clean and make sure you leave each other room through that section. And then it's pretty much an alright track there. There's a few spots further on where you can lose the rear end, but we're going to try and keep it clean. Sargent then on. Sargent, where's Sargent in the table? Sargent's currently P16 with 4 points. The Haas team really do need to get some points on the table today. They've only got 16 points. Hopefully Sargent and Jay Parkin can get some good points for the Haas team on the board today. Sargent now coming up to the end of sector 2. He's gone purple in sector 2, but that's because he's the only car to go through it at this time. Pretty much all the field out on track except for Martin J Hobson, so everyone getting their early bank lap in early here, as we just see the Alfa Romeo getting out of the way of Sargent here. What's the benchmark Sargent gonna set them in the Haas? Come now to the final corner. Right, get the power down now. In qualifying you just want to go in a straight line here, you don't really want to follow the racing line, but Sargent is. You will save yourself about half a tenth to a tenth if you just go straight out of that last corner. So Sargent does a 1:34.2, 1.2 seconds quicker than his teammate, but that's quickly beaten by Your Reckoning in the McLaren, only a tenth there. We are looking now to see a few quicker laps come in. We've got an AlphaTauri, there we go. Ratsy goes and sets the proper benchmark, I feel. 1:31.6, and British goes at 1:33 dead. Just watching these times flying as they do. So Mazda goes into 5th in the Aston. Next is going to be an Alfa Romeo to cross the line. Porthos goes into 5th now. Just watching these times from Destructive J, 133. So there's quite a few guys there setting 133s, 134s. No one's come close to Razzi in the 131s. His second and a half clear at the moment. That's a fantastic start then for him if he can keep that. Mark was a 133. So Razzi's got to set some amazing lap by the looks of it right now. I'm seeing when Anubis crosses. Anubis does a 132.5. So he's now up to P2 for the time being, getting closer to Razzi. Red Bull's next across the line. That's Daniel, 132.3. So the times are slowly coming down. Remember, the track will be able to set faster lines. That's towards the end of qualifying. So we've only got 6 drivers yet to put in time. Twig goes up to 4th. Jay Hobson's still in the pit. Marty's gone out for his out. That Mooney's back in the pit. Russ is setting a fast lap, and Brazen gives up on his flying lap. So there's only Russ then left out on track on a flying lap right now. Let's see if Russ in the Ferrari can set a good time here. So I don't like fans. I always seem to get a lot of track limits here. I do feel that I'm always off the pace here as well. I always push hard, but just can never get close to people. I think it's all down to the lines you take and when you can get the power down. I'm one of them who always when the traction control always hesitate and get the power down. Do it too quick, I usually spin. As we just see, a McLaren has just done, so that's going to be Mickey Granger. There he is. So this track is quite wide, should be good for racing. It run off all the Alfa Romeo did a fantastic spin there, did a max there, got it facing the correct way when he got it pointing back. But yeah, as I was saying, this track's quite wide, it's good for battling, it's got a great long DRS zone, there is overtaking points, not just on one corner like you see on a few tracks on the Kansas, multiple overtaking points here. Yeah, there's runoff areas, so barriers shouldn't DNF you unless you have a Charles Leclerc moment. But yeah, it's a good track to be fair. It's quite boring to watch in real life, but on this game you can get a good battle going. Why have I been kicked again?